Place the main board in the middle of the table. For a 4-player game, use the side of the board with no arrows. For a 2 to 3-player game, use the side of the board with arrows. Place the progress board on the table as well. For a 4-player game, use the side with 4 imps in the corner. For a 2 to 3-player game, use the other side. Put the progress marker on the first space of the progress board. Shuffle the exhibition tiles and put one on each exhibition space face down. Turn the first one face up. Shuffle the customer tiles and deal one on each customer space face down. Turn the first one face up. Remove the unused exhibition and customer tiles from the game without looking at them. For the full variant, you can reveal 2 exhibition tiles and customer tiles at the beginning of the game, or all the tiles. In a 2 to 3-player game, there are some dummy action spaces, and the spaces are organized into 3 groups of 6 spaces connected by arrows, and some of the action spaces have small dots. For a 3-player game, use the 3 imps from a non-player color and put 1 imp on each action space marked with a dot. This will block the actions for that round. In a 2-player game, take 6 imps and block 2 action spaces in each group, the one with a dot and the one 3 spaces away from it. Shuffle the pets, cages, add-ons, artifacts, and need cards and place them in piles next to the board. Put the potion cards in a stack on the hospital building. Put the gold tokens in a pile in the bank. Put the food tokens in their respective storage areas, vegetables and meat. Put the suffering tokens, poop tokens, and mutation tokens in piles next to the board. Each player gets a pet display board in the following of their color: 10 imps, 2 minions, a player board, and an achievement marker. Each player also gets a poop token in their initial cage. Put 1 imp on each indicated space of the progress board for each player. Put each player's minions on the 0 spaces of the exhibition track and the reputation track. Each player draws 1 need card of each color. These are kept secret from other players. The player who most recently fed a pet gets the starting player token. During the setup of each round, everyone gets income. The starting player and the player on their left each get 1 gold, and the other 2 players get 2 gold. In a 2 or 3-player game, the starting player gets 1 gold and everyone else gets 2 gold. You also reveal new information and add new stuff. The information is already revealed in round 1, but in future rounds, you turn up the first unrevealed exhibition tile and the first unrevealed customer tile. The final round has 2 customers. You reveal both of them at the same time. In a 2 to 3-player game, move each neutral imp to the next action space following the arrows. If an action has a neutral imp, it is blocked, so you'll restock differently. Discard any food in the food stands and put food in it according to the round's exhibition tile. For the first round, there are 2 vegetables in the green stand, 1 of each in the mixed stand, and 2 meat in the red stand. For a 2 to 3-player game, if a space is blocked by an imp, don't put any food there. If the neutral imp is in the green or red space, then the mixed stand will get 1 less vegetable or meat token, respectively. Remove any artifacts and put 2 new artifacts face up in the artifact tents. Don't add any artifacts if the space is blocked. For the first round, deal out 3 cages. In future rounds, at least 1 cage is left over. Discard all but the lowest cage and put that cage in the uppermost spot. Then draw 2 new cages. If a space is blocked, then you should only have 2 cages showing total. For the first round, deal out 2 add-ons. In future rounds, discard the upper add-on if it's there, and move the bottom one to the top space. Then put 1 new add-on in the lower space. If the space is blocked, skip this step. For the first round, deal out 3 pets in the lower part of the pet board, the younger pets. They should all be size 2, so set them so that the wheels reveal the first 2 colored bars. Deal 1 pet to the upper half, the older pets, and set it to size 3. In later rounds, the pets will get older. Any pets in the upper half get discarded and sent to a farm. Add 1 meat token to the meat stand for each discarded pet. Age the pets in the lower half 1 bar, so they'll become size 3, and move them to the upper half. Then deal out 3 new size 2 pets to the lower half. If a younger pet's action space is blocked, then deal out only 2 pets. If the older pet action space is blocked, discard the leftmost pet in the upper half after the pet's age, since the neutral imp buys it. In the full variant, when the stair plant is sent to the farm, you should add 1 vegetable token to the meat stand instead of meat. If baby golem is sent to a farm, add 1 gold token to the meat stand. If ghosty is sent to a farm, do not add anything. At the end of each round, there is an aging phase. All pets that players own will age based on the arrows in the window. Turn the wheel to reveal 1 or 2 more colored bars. Food will also age. Any food in the rightmost chamber gets discarded back to the central board, and all the other food moves 1 space over to the right. Then everyone takes back all their imps from the pet display board and the action spaces, excluding the hospital and the platform. Imps on the left side of the platform move to the right side. Move all the exhibition minions back to the 0 space. Remove the exhibition and customer cards that were used in the round. Move the progress marker 1 space to the right. If it hits the final scoring space, go to endgame scoring. The starting player token goes clockwise. In the final round, the starting player token will be given to the player with the lowest reputation. If there are ties, pass it to the left and keep passing until it gets to one of the players with the lowest reputation. For the full variant, instead of player order being clockwise in the final round, player order is an order of lowest score to highest score, with clockwise order breaking ties. Customers and exhibitions are scored similarly. You get positive points for the items in the lightly shaded box and negative for the darkly shaded box. For these customers, you get points based on the needs you played that round on the pet you're selling to the customer: hunger, poop, anger, magic, play, and disease. Also, all the customers give you 1 or 2 negative points for having suffering tokens on the pet. This one also gives you negative for having a mutation token on the pet. For these multicolored symbols, you get 3 points for each different colored matching need that you played. For example, if I played 3 green poop needs, I would only get 3 points here, but if I played a green and a red poop need, I'd get 6 points. There are 2 types of exhibitions, single pet exhibitions and full display exhibitions. These are the single pet exhibitions. You need to choose one pet and score according to the needs and suffering tokens on that pet. If you don't have a pet, you cannot get points in a single pet exhibition. For these exhibitions, you score points for hunger and anger needs and lose points for disease needs. In these, you lose points for suffering tokens on the pet. In this exhibition, you choose one need and score 2 points for each of that need assigned to your pet. This one gives you 2 points for each different need assigned to the pet. Here you get 1 point for each different color card assigned to your pet, including potions. You also get negative for poop cubes in its cage and mutation tokens on the pet. The full display exhibitions score all your pets in cages, and you don't need to have a pet to score points. You score for all the needs you assign that round. Magic here and play here. In these, you lose points for all the mutations you have and all the poop you have in your cages. This one gives you 2 points for each pet you have. The final round exhibitions are scored similarly, except if you get a negative exhibition score, you lose reputation points equal to your score. In this exhibition, you get half a point for each gold and 1 point for each food token, artifact, and potion you have. You lose 2 points for each imp that is not home at the end of the game, including imps at the hospital, on the platform, and on the progress board. In the other exhibition, you get 2 points for each pet you still have and 1 point for each cage and add-on. You lose a point for each suffering token, poop token, and mutation token you have. When you get one of these artifacts, choose one color and place the artifact so that color is on top. Draw a need card of that color. You will always have 1 extra need card of that color. The crystal ball allows you to discard up to 3 need cards and draw a replacement for each one before drawing need cards for your pets in phase 3. The shovel allows 1 imp to remove 2 poop tokens from occupied cages during the showing off phase, even before you deal with disease needs. The armor allows 2 imps to each act as a +1 bonus to the anger or magic strength of the cage without getting hurt. This artifact allows 1 imp to count twice when cleaning cages, playing with pets, or catching them when they break out of the cage. This does not let an imp earn 2 gold. The whip gives you +1/2 to all exhibitions, except the final scoring ones. When you get the refrigerator, you can place 1 food token on it. It can be used as either meat or vegetable, and it won't spoil. You can refill it when it's empty. It holds 1 food.